Thanks a lot. Well, time to head out into the garden with our dear friend Dabney Morgan. 10 on your sides. Dabney Morgan is here to take your calls, and thank you for coming in and being part of the reunion.
Well, I'm thinking thanks for you coming in and being with me this Saturday.
Well, I tell you what, they got the beat today, right, Jeremy? There you go. But thanks a lot for being here.
My pleasure.
Let's get right to the phones. Paula, what's your question for Dabney?
Good morning. You're a hard man to get hold of. I have a very most unusual.
Paula's not there.
I think we lost
let's try to work that out. What have you brought in?
Just to remind folks, the garden's still going. This is out of my garden. Tomatoes, cucumbers are still hanging in pretty good. As far as some of the other
Hold
things.
the thought. Shirley's on the line. Let's get to her. Shirley,
Sure.
are you there?
Hi. I have about 50 beautiful knockout rose bushes in my garden, and they have
let me explain what's happened. We have a new intercom system for our ears, and we're still trying to work out the bugs, so we cannot hear Shirley, cannot hear the caller. Tell us more about what's going on.
Okay, as I was saying, as far as some of the other plants, squash, okra, some of the others, they're kind of burning out, and I think a lot of the folks, that are viewing in the same thing. So as you lose that space in the garden, as far as everything's going bad, pull those materials up, and let's start planting our fall garden. And just keep in mind, whenever you go back to replant an area, always mix in some lime, some compost, and some fertilizer. And the things you can start planting this time of year are the collards, the kale, spinach, lettuce, the cool weather crops.
And those chemicals that you just mentioned, the lye and
the lime and the fertilizer and the compost.
Right.
All that, what that does is just prepare the soil so that then the plants are able to grow better, of course.
Right. How's the planting season been? I mean, have we? Rain has been.
Well, it's been rather tough, but on the other side of the coin, we've had a good rain every 2 or 3 weeks, so I don't think we've fared as bad as some years in the past. Those folks that have fescue gardens, it's done what they always do. This time of year, they look terrible. The crabgrass is coming in, the wiregrass, and the weeds, so we're having to start treating for those in preparation for seeding in the fall.
Do you support aerating lawns in the fall, planting for the strong roots in the spring?
If you're going to seed, absolutely aerate before you seed. That way you get the seed down to the ground. Now, the one thing, I prefer spike aerating to core aerating. Core aerating are the ones that you see on the golf course where they take the plugs of dirt out. And really, the problem with that is the holes are too far apart. The spike aerators are the ones that put the holes closer together or slicing the soil. Now, they're a little bit harder to find, so many times we opt out the core aerating, but we just go over it 3 or 4 times to get the soil prepared so we can seed. If you're not seeding, then no reason to aerate, because if you aerate, you're just opening the ground up for the weed seeds to grow. So only aerate in conjunction with seeding.
When you talk, I'm writing down to make sure I do it right. So, Dabney, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
The big question is, how's Virginia Tech going to be this year?
I think we're going to be okay. The season's yet to go, but let's hope for the best.
We love Tech, and we also love UVA.
Thank you. Well, a little bit, just a little bit on UVA.
Good. Thanks a lot,
Sure
Dabney.
thing.
Appreciate it. Well.